Hello pretty people, my name is Christina. I am here to do a tag today because I saw it in an iridescent tarot channel and it seemed like fun, and yes, it's called Trick or Treat Decks. It started with Afton with a Z. I'll tag them in the description box below. But yeah, it seems like a good tag for people who have decks that don't necessarily fall within the theme of Halloween. I don't have many Halloweeny decks, so yeah, I have all over the place, and I do admit I have some out of print decks, so I apologize for that. I'll let you know which ones are out of print and which ones are mass market or indie and still in print at the moment. But yeah, let's just get started. So the prompt list is 15 prompts. There is the Trick, a deck that always seems a bit mischievous, and for me, that is Into the Void, a Black Cat Tarot. You would think there's a Black Cat prompt later in the prompt list, and you would think that this one would fall into that one, but no, this one is definitely the Trick, because it is so mischievous and witty and yeah, I don't know, it's just so cute. I can't with the cats. Seriously, I love that tower. I know the tower is a scary card and it is difficult to deal with, but this brings so much humor to it. And the chariot was, oh my gosh, I can't. This maybe could also serve as a treat, because but no, definitely the Trick, because it's just, look at the eyes, it's so cute. And the moon. By the way, happy full moon. I'm recording this in the night of the full harvest supermoon. I don't know how to combine those names yet. Okay, next, the Treat. The deck you gorge on once a year. And that is, the Brady Tarot. This is the Kickstarter version, the first edition. I gorge myself on this deck once a year because, yeah, it's a lot to take it out, as you can see. And this one, compared to the second edition, this one has white borders. There is a Kickstarter at the moment that it's already been completed for the third edition of this deck. It's gonna be in a bigger box, in a bigger with a bigger guidebook, and it's gonna have the black borders that the second edition has. And yeah, this one it has the rose petal finish, so it's kind of difficult to maneuver and shuffle. It's very hefty as a deck. And yeah, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, this one usually is a treat in the fact that I don't take it out much of its box. It's mostly collectible, and the box is signed by Emmy Brady as well. So yeah, this one's a treat. Next is the Bat. Number 3 is the Bat, a deck that flies over your head. For me, among others, is the Rosetta Tarot by Emma Maline. This one doesn't have a guidebook. It didn't come with a little white book, so I'm just like, what? It also follows the Thoth Tarot system, which I'm not familiar with. So that that would be why I am not very in tune with this deck yet. So yeah, I got the Telos Tarot as well, and the Tabula Mundi in the Kickstarter for the Telos Tarot of 777. So as add-ons, I added this Rosetta Tarot and the Tabula Mundi as well. And I haven't worked with the Tabula Mundi yet, so okay, he's covered. So it's I don't know. Number 4, the Crystal Ball. The deck that always reveals something from the mist. For me, that is the Tarot of the Crone. This one is out of print. This is the second edition of the Tarot of the Crone. And it's been a while since I've used this deck. But I did a tarot challenge on Instagram with it, and it took out a lot of me. Like, it took a lot to interpret the cards, because it doesn't follow the Rider-Waite-Smith system exactly. It has its own set of court cards. Like it's Beast and Witch and Grandmother and yeah, I'm missing one, but you get what I mean. The images are beautiful. They're very poignant when in context of a reading. So yeah, this one is like, I consider it more of the crystal ball with the shadowy aspect because of the backs. You could consider this like a scrying mirror, a black mirror. The spider's web, a deck that ensnares you in the tail it spins. For me, it is the Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Turian. I really like this rendition of the Hanged One. So Anna's art is very, I want to say, descriptive in the story it tells. You can see the characters, you can see different aspects of the card, different meanings on it. There are runes even in the cups here in the Five of Cups. So there's like, I don't know, there's fire here, there's water, there are flowers blooming, there are roots coming down from the cups. It's just filled with symbolism, and I don't know, it's just gorgeous work. Page of Pentacles, and the pentacle is here in the key. Sorry, I just went on a trip. If you see, hold on. Okay. If you see the card, he's like either hiding the key amongst the roots or picking it up from the roots, maybe even before this figure gets to him. And I don't know, it's just, the story was just forming in my head. It's great. I haven't used it a lot, I admit that, but I love to look at this deck and just imagine the stories that I could come up with the characters. The Potion. A deck that is not super appetizing, but you know it works. Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot deck. I haven't heard good things about Aleister Crowley, so that's why it seems unappetizing. But I know it works because it's its own system that many people follow, not follow, but read with, that many people study and learn from. And, you know, there are decks that are based on this system as well, like the Rosetta Tarot and the Tabula Mundi Tarot and the Telos Tarot 777 by Emma Milline, all of those three. The Marais Tarot is another one. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just need to use it and let my own experience dictate how I feel about this deck. It's always the issue about separating the art from the artist, from who the person was. So that could be said about anything, really. So yeah, it's just that I struggle with the Thoth Tarot. I don't know why. I like this copy because it doesn't have the borders in the back, and it's nice and big. Yeah, I like it. But apart from that, I haven't used it, you know, since I got it. So yeah. The number 7, the Cauldron. A deck that makes you feel like you're brewing up something witchy. And for me, that is... Oh, my bad. The Anatomy of a Witch Oracle by Laura Tempest Sackroff. It's... okay. So, in the book itself, it has a group. The cards are divided between different groups of cards. Body being, lunar and solar events, witch work, magical artifacts, etc., etc., etc. And they have the description, something to consider, keywords, and like a medical recipe, RX. Which I find very entertaining. So this, it's just rich. It's just rich in color and vibrancy, and the line work is great and fluid and organic, and all the buzzwords that you can think of for this type of artwork with like ink line work and watercolor coloring within it. And it's just witchy subjects, and I feel like validated in my witchiness when I use this deck, I guess. I don't know. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's just pretty, and the guidebook itself is very it's very good, and that it guides you through the different aspects of being a witch. So, yeah. Now, number 8, the jack-o'-lantern. The deck that makes you want to divine by candlelight. For me, that is the original Rider-Waite-Smith. Because it's a classic, and it's just, it gives that, do I need to pass the cards? Everybody's seen this deck. And it's in order because I've been using it with my own deck, like as reference for the paintings that I've been doing. I haven't used this deck in a long time, but like for readings, but I've been using it as reference for my deck. Anyways, what prompt am I in? The jack-o'-lantern. The deck that makes you want to divine by candlelight. Yep, it's just classic imagery, and with the yellow backgrounds, it's gonna shine through. So, yeah. Next. Number 9. 9 is the Black Cat. The deck that lurks around the edges of your collection. That is the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck. Oh look, it's the moon. For some reason my moon card got a bit of ink damage here and here, but I don't mind it. It's just that it's there, and you can see it because it's black in a moon card that is mostly just like grayish purple and blue. So okay, so the idea with this is that I want to learn more about astrology and include it in the elements of my readings. But I haven't used this at all because I don't know how to implement it in my practice yet. I don't know how to either read with it, or I've had this idea of doing my birth chart with this just so I can like place an image to an image and keywords to the different houses and different zodiac signs. And I don't know, maybe, ooh, would that make a good video? Let me know. But maybe not, because that would be revealing myself in a different way, because it's my birth chart. Maybe doing somebody else's birth chart, I don't know. Either way, I got a reading of my birth chart actually recently, so it's a bit in the back of my mind right now. So maybe it is time to bring this out and use it more. So yeah, the Heavenly Bodies Astrology Oracle deck. Next, the moon. The moon is everywhere tonight. The moon is the deck that casts shadows in its wake. The Dark Goddess Tarot. This is the first edition. This edition is out of print, but it is currently a mass market deck. These are the backs of the old edition, and these are the fronts. It's just because this is a strong deck, you know, it's filled with goddesses and from different cultures with different stories, and it's just, let's see if I can find her. I had an experience with this deck that shook me to the core because I got Kali, the tower, and I'm looking for her right now, so be patient with me. Also, I love the Spider Woman of her. I had a weird experience with this deck because usually I know when I want one, a tarot deck or an oracle deck, but for this one it took me a while to really see it. Seriously? Oh, well, I passed it somehow. Anyways, the story with it is that Athena. I was it had to do with my parents and my own ego. It was a time when I was about to go back home, I think. I don't remember very well, but it was Kali that appeared, and she is the tower, and I thought, ooh, I am the lightning strike that is gonna shake my parents' foundation, which is their image of me. And I was like all in my ego being like ha ha ha, but what ended up happening was that my mom is not doing well in health and hasn't in a while, and that has shaken me to the core because I love my mom and I miss her in the way that she was when I was in my 20s, because right now her situation is very difficult. And that's about as much as I want to talk about that here. I'm gonna leave it with Athena because she's my girl. that felt really weird to refer to Athena as a girl, cause yeah, she's a warrior and she's not. She sprouted fully formed from Zeus's head. I know. Okay, the broomstick, a deck that whisks you away to another place. This is the famous Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot, first edition, by Avalon Cameron and Anna Turian. There's a mamotreto of a book, which means hefty book. These are the facts, and this is will be recently released in the mass market, so you'll have an opportunity to have an iteration of this deck, because it's not gonna be this one in particular. I'm thinking about getting the new edition and doing a side-by-side comparison. Let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in watching. Cause yeah, it's 30 bucks and that's a good amount of money. So yeah, this is the extra card, the Brusa. Yeah, it's a whole world in it, in this deck. And you know, it takes me back to 2016, when this deck was in the process of being created. 2016, 2017, 2018, more or less. I don't know. So and Avalon's Yard and the Norns, Kuan Yin. The new backings are more like this. They have the feather placed once and twice, so that it's reversible. Oh no, nudity. Oh no, gruesome death. So yeah, the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot is a whole world in itself, and it transports me in different aspects. It takes me back to a different time in my tarot journey, and it takes me into this different world. Okay, if you see the background different and the zoom quality different as well, I had to change batteries in my camera, so apologies. The number 12, the spell book, the deck with the most enchanting guidebook, and this is an oldie but a goodie. The medicine cards. There are blank cards that come in this deck, so that you can include your own animals. I've thought about including the coqui and maybe a carey or tinglar, a leatherback turtle. It's in order because I thought about gifting it or sending it away, you know, trading it or selling it or whatever. But I like this deck. I like its stories and the lessons in the stories, and it's just so much knowledge in this guidebook of the different animals. And it, like, for example, you have a small rhyme, the number, the title, the name of the animal, a keyword, and just story, just a bunch of stories. And there's the lesson, the lesson of the card, and then the contrary meaning, which would be the reverse. I think I saw one time this deck, but with keywords on the cards instead of just in the book, and I think something like that would be amazing to have, because this is just the animal and that's it. I've looked for meanings for the items that are underneath the animals, and like as if this is a drum with a picture of the animal, and these are decorations hanging from them. Oh, gross. And yeah, they don't really have meaning that I've seen. So yeah, I like this deck, but I keep it mostly for the book. Because this is good. Now, the Vampire, number 13. A deck that's transformed your very being. The Wild Unknown Tarot, this is the first edition. The first edition is out of print, but the Wild Unknown Tarot is mass market at the moment. So it is a beautiful deck, and I open up with the Ten of Swords. Wow. It's still a beautiful deck, even though it started with a scary card. But, and here's another scary card. But this deck was the second deck that I ever got. I got it in 2014, and it was 40 bucks, and I spent those 40 bucks, and I kept this deck as my only deck for a while. A good long while. Because I was gonna get my money's worth. I'm kidding. But my understanding of the tarot evolved with this deck. My feelings about divination were growing at the time. So I guess this is just one of my like nostalgic early stages baby witch discovering her path type of deck. It's like a memento. This is the first design that I ever saw, and I was like, I would tattoo that on my skin. And I had never wanted tattoos, but suddenly I saw this and I was enthralled. I was like, that's beautiful. So yeah, it's just even the texture takes me back. I don't know. It's just I love this deck. Cause by the way, I have 2 high priestesses in this deck for whatever reason. My tarot deck was completely sealed. It was new, brand spanking new. And I don't know, it came like that. So I'm just like, whoa, this is my high priestess deck. So yeah, I like to do a reading where if by coincidence the high priestess comes out, which we all know it's not coincidence. If the high priestess comes out in the reading, I go into the deck to search for the other high priestess so that I can look at the card before and after her. And it usually becomes from a 3-card reading to a 6-card reading. So it's like, yeah, a whole thing. And then there is this card. I saw this card and this card saw me and I was like, oh, there's Athena. Okay. It's like always watching, always judging, but silently. This also, I wasn't able to get the guidebook, so I had to rely a lot on my own intuition and what I knew from my previous deck, which was the Shadowscapes Tarot. So, and the little fold out that came with this too. What is the next prompt? It is the haunted house. The deck that scares you with how scarily accurate it can be. The Craft Felt Tarot. It is a cute deck. It has a book of haiku, and that's the only insight you get into the author, into the creator's mind regarding the meanings of the cards. So sometimes the haikus are not enough for me and I need to go into internet or into holistic tarot, because that Bible has everything. And yeah, this deck is adorable and just, it can be very poignant in its imagery and how you interpret the cards. It's varied, it's colorful. The textures are all delicious, so it's just great. I love this stack. I'm glad I got it. I got it because Lisa Pepes saw it in her like hot takes. Uh, she saw the Kickstarter and was like, "I'm backing this immediately," and I'm like, "I want it. I also want it. I kind of want this. Can I have it?" Yay! I did. So, so yeah. And finally, we have come to the final prompt, which is the tombstone. Number 15 is the tombstone, the deck you would take with you to the grave. And I would be remiss to choose any other deck but my own. This is the Tarot del Encanto, Tarot of the Enchantment. So, yeah, I guess I'm showing this here for the second or third time. I don't know. It's in order because I'm planning to do a walkthrough so that I can have that as record for all the cards. I am thinking, let me know about what you think. Would it be better to have one video, just one video with all the card meanings on it, and try to divide it by chapters in the description below? I still don't know how to do that, so that will be a pin on that in particular. What I was also thinking was to make divide the videos into major arcana and minor arcana, and the minor arcana dividing it into the different suits. So it would be a total of 5 videos, and I would be able to go into depth of the imagery of each card. So let me know what you think, and these are all the major arcana of the deck. I created this because I wanted a deck that would reflect me and my experience as a person that grew up in Puerto Rico, and had to come to the US and is now part of the diaspora. Yeah. Let me know what you think about this, and I'm gonna leave it with the Ace of Swords. Yeah, this is my very first deck creation, and I am very proud of it, and I can't wait to share more about it. And yes, this would be the copy in particular that I would want to be buried with, because it is the only copy in the world at the moment. So yeah, but soon I hope to have it for sale, and you would be able to have it as well. And yeah, I don't know. I guess this is the end of the video because I completed the 15 prompts. And yeah, let me know what you thought, and I'll keep on doing this so that I can do a thumbnail, I guess. Oh no, that's too much. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Stuff is moving. Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you for watching, by the way.